it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about why you should never ever whistle at night, which I know seems like a really weird warning, but trust me, it's terrifying.
You're filming right now.
I'm filming.
You're filming. Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.
Don't mess it up.
Before we get started though, I have a few exciting announcements. The first one is that every single gnome on our website is on sale right now. We're having a huge gnome sale, which I think is so cute because they are adorable. So if you ever had your eyes set on a gnome or you want to head to our website and check all of them out, we have a ton of them doing all kinds of different things. Some have fairy wings, some have cute little hats and outfits and mermaid tails and all kinds of stuff. So if you guys would like a gnome while they're on sale, I have put a link down below in the description for you. We also have a new auction item up on the website right now. If you guys remember the Flatman book, this book is from the 80s. I did a whole video on it. It's very rare to find. I was surprised I was even able to get a copy of it, but it's on auction right now on our website. I'll be signing the inside cover of it for whoever wins. And like usual, all proceeds go towards our YANA Foundation. So I will link that auction down below. And yeah, I think that's everything. By the way, do you like my Jack Skellington choker? It's kind of hard to see that it's him, but see him? That's his face right there. I think it's so cool. All right, so without further ado, let's get right into today's video talking about these whistling legends. Have your parents ever told you not to whistle after the sun sets? In many different cultures, whistling at night is considered bad since it disrupts the peace of the night. By interrupting the serenity of the night with a loud whistle, it is normal to think that bad things can happen to those who did the whistling. According to one Inuit legend, one who whistles at the northern lights risks calling down spirits from the aurora. There's actually a poem I have here. It's called Labrador in Winter. It was written by a Canadian poet named Kate Tuthill, and it perfectly describes this eerie legend. This is how it goes. The Inuits say don't whistle when the northern lights are high, lest they swoop to earth and carry you up to the luminescent sky. It's beautifully creepy. I love it. There's also a belief that if you whistle at night, a shapeshifter of some kind that can transform into any kind of animal, even a human, will whistle back at you. Now, these creatures are called by many different names, but you're probably most familiar with SWs. I will put the name on the screen. I was watching videos the other day from people saying that you should never say the name of these creatures out loud because apparently it will bring you bad luck, they'll come to find you, they will know your location instantly. So ever since I heard that, I've just been calling them SWs, okay? I don't want to risk it, no thank you. So if you're ever out in a forest or just out in the dark in general and you whistle and something whistles back, it's most likely not human, but an SW watching you. They know you're thinking of them and that you're scared of them, and that fear is what draws them to you. And parents and grandparents tell their kids these stories to keep them safe. Now in the UK, there's the legend of the 7 whistlers, which are 7 mysterious birds or spirits who call out to foretell death. Now this belief was very common among the seamen and coal miners in the 19th century. Whistling was very bad for them, especially in the dark. It is said that while they were working, if they heard the sound of whistling, they must immediately stop what they're doing and return home. Otherwise, their lives would be lost. The birds will flock down and choose the men that will die. It is also said that these birds are the fallen friends of the workers and are warning those that are going to meet their end soon. And even aside from the birds, all over the world, sailors banned anyone from whistling because it will bring bad weather and bad luck into their ship. Another legend tells people not to whistle around graveyards as to not wake up or disturb the dead. And I feel like this one is an obvious one, like let them rest in peace. I learned my lesson the hard way about graveyards. I did a couple videos probably years ago, like 5-6 years ago, where I took my camera, I was walking around the graveyard trying to find haunted, scary things, and every time spirits followed me home and caused havoc on my life, and I'm never doing that again. I'm telling you, leave them be. Let them rest. Don't make noises, don't bring cameras, leave them alone. So I found this really creepy story where this guy was whistling and something happened, and this one is called Called to the Window. So I'm sure you can guess what happened to him. To the window, to the wall, to the wall. Don't whistle out there at all. All the creatures crawl. Oh my gosh, I just took a very inappropriate song and made it like spooky. Should I record that? I'm just kidding. So this story is about a boy whose grandmother always warned him not to whistle at night. The thing is, when he was 10 years old, he had just learned how to whistle whistle. And whenever he was over at his grandmother's house, she just did not like him to do it, especially not after the sun went down. But the thing is, when kids learn a new thing, a new talent, when they learn how to whistle, they're gonna be doing it constantly. I'm kind of jealous because I never learned how to whistle. Like, I really tried to and never could. But my friends, when they learned, they would not stop. So despite her countless warnings, he could not stop either. It was just a bad habit that he found himself doing without even thinking. Like, he wasn't even intending to really annoy his grandmother. His grandmother said that when you whistle at night, it's basically an invitation for the spirits to come to your house. And she's a firm believer in the paranormal, and she knows stuff like this is not to be taken lightly. Well, one particular night, he was staying over at her house and he was whistling to his heart's content, and he was sleeping in the back room of the house, and his grandmother was in the room beside his, and he was sleeping away until his grandmother suddenly shook him to wake him up. She told him that he could not sleep in that room anymore and that he needed to follow her immediately to another room. So she took him to the living room, told him to sleep on the couch, and when he asked her why, she told him she was not going to tell him that night. It wasn't until the next day that she told him she heard someone standing right outside his window whistling back. Now, whistling superstitions may be terrifying, and it's best for us to not whistle at night, even if this sounds absurd or crazy. There are many things in this world that we cannot explain, and this is one of them. If you talk to the dark, don't be surprised if it talks back. And yeah, that is this legend for you. So who's brave enough to whistle? I mean, you definitely shouldn't, but there's a part of me that wants to do it for the vlog channel because I live out like in the country. Like, we have like so much dark space and trees and fields around us. So I feel like my house is like the perfect place to test this out, but also like I don't want anything to happen. So we're gonna have to see. But don't do it. You guys don't do it, okay? Always leave the creepy stuff to me. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget, if you want to check out our gnome sale or you want to place a bid for the Flatman book, I've linked everything down below. But I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!